I definitely have to break down to you guys what an MMA syndrome is. And MMA syndrome is the Chocolate L syndrome. He gets knocked out 5 times in a row and still wants top-tier competition, still thinking that he can hang with the best of them. And the fans, us, go along with it, buy tickets. Man, I was so sick of watching my favorite fighter, my idol, in the fight game get dropped like a rock. It's like watching your fucking dad get beat up. You know what I mean? Diaz is nowhere near the twilight of his career. As a matter of fact, I think he's in his prime right now. And I think GSP may be, I mean, this is obviously, every fight is his best performance. Coming back after that huge layoff, he won my respect. These guys are nowhere near that. But Carlos Condit, could he be done? Could a loss mean, the end of, the championship version of Carlos Condit? Rory MacDonald, he fights at 170 but refuses to fight GSP. So if GSP, beats Diaz, obviously, I feel like if he beats Diaz, and this is not, maybe I have a syndrome. If I do, comment. Because, you never know if you have them. Am I delusional or are you? If he beats Diaz, I think he's going to hold that belt for another 3-4 years. I don't see anyone with the tools that Diaz has. I don't see anybody as a bigger threat than Nick Diaz, especially towards George St. Pierre and the way that George St. Pierre fights. It's tailor-made for Nick Diaz. Do I have an MMA syndrome or do you? Now, Johnny Hendricks, he's been passed over, kind of like Anthony Pettis, promised a title shot here, and then Frankie Edgar cries and he wants a rematch, he gets it. In the meantime, he takes a fight against Clay Guida and fucking loses a split decision and a title shot to go along with it. Shouldn't have taken it. And then Dana bitches, well then you get the same thing happens to you as Rashad Evans, and you get ring rust. You're not gonna get ring rust in fucking 9 months. You're gonna lose your title shot if you lose the fight. But I did say it was a good idea for Nate Diaz to take a fight with Anthony Pettis before he fought Ben Henderson, using the logic that if he can beat Pettis, the last man, and the only man I think to no, not the only man. The last man to decisively defeat Bendo, take his title, and we even got the Anthony Pettis super kick in the 5th round out of it. It was a hell of a fight, and it went to Pettis. Pettis decisively beat him. So if Diaz beat Pettis, he should go in fighting Ben Henderson with the utmost confidence that he's going to win. But that's pound for pound logic. Every fight's different. Maybe Pettis just, maybe Pettis' style doesn't match up with Diaz's like Ben Henderson's does. You never know. You just don't know. I really wish Nick Diaz would have taken a fight first. I would love to see Nick Diaz versus Rory MacDonald. I think that would have made even more sense than the rematch. This rematch needs to happen though. So in the meantime, I would like to see Carlos Condit and Rory too needs to stay. But I think Nick Diaz taking a fight, he's used to fighting every 2 or 3 months. And when Strikeforce would make him wait because they couldn't find opponents for him, no one wanted to fight Nick Diaz. Nobody. They had the hardest time finding challengers for Nick Diaz's title. So what he would do to stay sharp is fly to Japan, anywhere that would take him. He fought in Dream. He went over there and fought one of their legends, one of their champions, one of their versions of George St. Pierre. I'll tell a story. Chuck Liddell steps into the octagon to defend his title and gets knocked out by a glancing blow by Rampage Jackson. Rampage takes his belt, steps back in the cage against Rashad Evans and gets knocked out in epic fashion. Gets outpointed by Keith Jardine, and then only to get back in there and get knocked out not one more time, but twice. I think it was 4 out of his last 5 he dropped. And no, he didn't win another one. I think that was it. for the Iceman. Oh yeah, he did. He beat Vanderlei Silva, and I think it's been a long time coming for Vanderlei's Retirement. I actually made a video about that one time, and I've never been threatened so badly in my life. The Shooter Box Academy, Shogun, Wandy. You want some advice? Anyone that makes YouTube videos about mixed martial arts, don't talk shit on Shoot the Box. Anyway, Vanderlei Silva, another example. He shoots 22 straight in Pride, comes to the UFC and gets dropped constantly. He'll never hold a belt again, you know. But in his mind, he's thinking, "I can do it," you know. Rich Franklin just realized my style is outdated. He did put on a hell of a performance. I did see some improvement in Rich in the last Wandy fight, Rich Wandy 2, but not improvement like Rory MacDonald improvement, not John Jones improvement. He's nowhere near that level. And if you're not fighting for a belt, what are you fighting for? Especially if you were a champion. And in my day, Rich Franklin dominated the 185-pound division. No one could figure out how to beat this guy. Nobody. Rich Franklin was fucking unbeatable. I think it started with Marvin Eastman. Rich Franklin, Ace was the man. The man. Just like Matt Hughes was. BJ Penn. Chuck Liddell. Tito Ortiz. Randy Couture. I mean, Jens Paul. Those were the guys that you know, just a few 5-6 years ago were looked at as unbeatable. GSP tasted a knockout and does not want to taste it again. He tasted defeat. He tasted losing his title, and he does not want to do it again. And he will play it safe, fight after fight after fight, to ensure that that strap stays around his waist. I'm sick of it. You know, I think, again, let's embrace change. I think UFC on Fox 5 showed the changing in the guard. I could have told you that MacDonald was going to beat Penn. I could have told you Gustafsson. And you know, Shogun has just a legion of fans. He should have won that fight. But I could have told you that Gustafsson was going to win. Don't know how, but I could have told you he's going to win. And I mean, a lot of people, especially fighters, thought that Nate's striking was going to get him, was going to fare him well in the fight with Benson Henderson, and he got nothing off. I think in all of our hearts, we knew who the winners were going to be. And, you know, BJ Penn with broken ribs, bruised, battered, destroyed, getting tore up and embarrassed, never quit. The quitter with no cardio now has a ripped six-pack. He's getting torn up by the bigger, larger, younger, faster Rory MacDonald, and everyone's cheering, BJ, 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 BJ. And it started the pre-fight press conference where it should. It continued on the weigh-ins, and people were still chanting his name fucking 2 days later during the fight. 3 rounds into a fight, he's lost every round 10-8. People are still saying BJ, BJ. And that, my friends, is for the love of MMA. And Johnny Hendricks weighs 170 pounds. I've never seen anyone get lifted off of their feet, and then they're out in midair. When their head hits the canvas, they slide. I've never seen that. And if you watch Campman, he slides about 3 fucking feet. Insane. There has to be some sort of science behind it. There has to be a way to hit that hard. You know, and only weigh, it was probably the day of the fight. What do you think he weighs? 185, something like that. You know, somewhere around there. And he's making bodies slide across canvas. Fucking scary. Johnny Hendricks. You know, dude. Comment. Who do you think is going to win that fight? I think it's Hendricks all day. Rory MacDonald and Carlos Condit. Carlos Condit holds a victory, the only man to hold a victory, and a TKO victory at that, in Canada against Rory. And it surprises me that Carlos is the slight underdog because, you know, he's the only man that holds a victory over him. And Rory dominated the entire fight. I was fortunate enough to see that fight live, and it was clear that Carlos Condit was outmatched. He was being outclassed. He was being thrown around. He was being slammed on his head. He was made to look silly. He looked silly and stupid and unprepared and old school and very, very done with MMA. And Carlos Condit has this uncanny ability to hit this bucket switch, and he gets really upset and angry. You know, the Natural Born Killer is a fucking perfect fitting nickname for Carlos Condit because he hit the bucket switch with a minute and 29 seconds left in the third round after being fucking brutalized. One round was even 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. The second round, I think, was 10-8. Rory 10. Carlos 8. Comes back with 1:29 left in the third round. Takes him down. Does to Rory what Rory's been doing to Carlos the entire fight, and that's picking him up and ragdolling him. Just picks him up, slams him, and starts pounding and pounding and pounding. What I did not agree with was the Canadian official referee stopping the fight with 9 seconds left when it was very, very clear Rory MacDonald was just sailing his way to a unanimous decision victory, regardless. 2 10-8 rounds, though, could have been a draw, but regardless, 9 seconds left. The kid, Carlos Condit wasn't hitting with all of his might. He was winded, he was tired, he was gassed. He was, hitting probably 50% strength. But MacDonald was completely covered up. Condit was hitting him, just over and over, same spot, right about here, and it was about 8 or 9 unanswered blows, and the ref calls it with 9 seconds left. So if there was ever a need for a rematch, this is it. But again, I can see the winner from a mile away, and I hate to say it because I like Condit so much. He's like my new dude. We talk, we're boys. No, we're not boys. We went back and forth on Twitter a little bit. That's it. I hate to say it, I know what I think you know what I'm thinking. I think you know what I'm about to say, and I think you agree with me. I think you know that Rory's gonna take the rematch, and GSP sitting at he's a 4.5 to 1 favorite to win this fight, save the Vegas odd makers, and Nick Diaz is about a 4 to 1 underdog to lose this fight. Diaz has been in this position several times. He's perfectly fine. He's super comfortable with being the underdog. He has nothing to lose. GSP has everything to lose. He's in his hometown. It's his title. George St. Pierre, he's supposed to win this fight in Montreal against Nick Diaz and move it right along. Have Hendricks be next, maybe Silva down the line. He has plans. Nick Diaz is a very, very real, eminent, dangerous threat to George St. Pierre's crown. Straight up. He is probably the most dangerous fighter that George St. Pierre has fought in the last 3 years. I'll give him that much without even thinking about it. He's absolutely the most dangerous fighter that George St. Pierre has faced in the last 3 years. I don't see this going to a decision. It's UFC on Fox 5 syndrome. And if you look at earlier videos of mine, I'll put it right here with Jake Shields' walkout tee. I'll cover Jake Shields' walkout tee for you guys. And it's a video where I talk about MMA syndromes, and everybody catches these MMA syndromes, and they seem damn hard to get rid of, man. We knew that we knew that BJ Penn was going to lose. We knew that he was going to probably get beat badly too. But what we do? BJ. For the love of MMA, for the love of the sport. We wanted BJ to win. And what does that say about us? It just says, our sport's awesome. So, Hendricks and Ellenberger it's the same thing. It's the same goddamn thing. It's Gustafsson Shogun. They're virtually identical, right? One's a little older than the other. In your hearts, you knew Shogun. I thought someone was going to get knocked out in this fight. No one got knocked out, but the guy that I knew would win won. Shogun was so upset he didn't even attend the post fight. The people that were running shit the last couple years are looking their futures in the sport are looking gray, I must say. And even fighters, even elite MMA fighters, saw Nate Diaz being able to defeat Ben Henderson by using that reach, by getting taken down, and those wicked submissions he pulls off his back. Even fuck Gray Maynard, Joe Lazon, Anderson Silva, Chuck Liddell. They all picked Nate Diaz to upset Ben Henderson. So after seeing Anderson Silva, say Diaz because of the stand up. The stand up is just light years ahead of Ben. He gets taken down, he'll get up, and good stand up. And Anderson likes good stand up. Anderson said it. I'm on board. So I'm on board with Anderson, and I did pick Henderson at first. Then I picked Diaz, and I switched back to Henderson the night of the fight. Because I'm just gonna, I'm a huge Nick Diaz fan. I'm not gonna give any predictions right now. I'm not gonna give any predictions until probably about 3 weeks out. When we're 3 weeks out from the actual bout, I will give predictions, and I will have actually for you. Here's the special announcement: is celebrity guest. Don't know how I'm gonna fit him in the frame. But celebrity guest for sure. March 1st. I'll try and have the video out by the 2nd. Yeah, I am going to have a real live mixed martial arts fighter on my show. Now, maybe you can help me with this. Since this is going to be a monumental thing. I mean, YouTube, it's kind of like you record something, people can watch anytime. I was thinking about doing it on a Google Plus Hangout, YouTube, or possibly even Ustream. So tell me what you think. I'm going to have he fights for the UFC, by the way, and he fights this year. He's notorious. Well, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to stop there and treat you guys in about a month and a half to something crazy. It's going to look crazy. It's not going to be here in this room. I have a special spot picked out, and it'll be available on 1080 HD. It should be fun. I mean, I've spoken to him several times, and over the years, actually. Over the years, I've spoken to him several times, and he took a liking to me. I was a wrestler, high school. The first time I spoke to him, took a liking to me via email, and yeah, so that's gonna go down. Hopefully, but like I said, be out by the 2nd. And yeah, everything I said, comment below. Make sure you don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and throw me a like. About 2 or 3 weeks out from the fight, I will be making a video in high definition. From a special location. I hope you guys are ready. It's gonna be epic. Headsets and all. My partner in crime. It's not Jackie. I will have a special guest, a special celebrity guest for you guys. Yep, there's the big surprise. I will have a celebrity guest with me about 2 or 3 weeks out from UFC 158 making a video, and I can't fucking wait. I can't believe that he agreed to do it. Well, I can. He's just a nice guy. Yes, he is an MMA fighter, and yes, he's well known. Yes, you'll be stoked too. Not quite sure how we're gonna fit in this fucking ring. I'll be using a better cam, but anyway. And George St. Pierre, simply because I do not know yet. But like I said, my special celebrity MMA guest, yes, guest host will be here, and we will make our prediction. We'll do that on March 1st. How's that sound? March 1st. That's the date we agreed on. Anyway, so March 1st, I will have a solid prediction for you, and so will. No, I'll just.